But I don't think the people at Grand Seiko will be happy about this. Hello, welcome back to Swiss Watch and welcome to another show. And guess who's back? Pierre from Small Turns Big. Pierre, thank you again for coming, and I see you brought the big guns today, so I'm super excited to show my audience what we are in store for them.
Yes, for sure. This time it's the big one. We will see what we can do here.
It's a slight improvement to last time, I think.
You remember the small piece I had?
Yes. Now,
yeah, it's a bit different now. I'm excited what watches you have here today, because I think the audience had something to say.
Yes, the amount of comments of, oh, shame you didn't want to show Grand Seiko under the Microscope or Rolex or whatever. So we basically brought a Grand Seiko today on the show, brand spanking new. It was actually lent to us by Ursachen in Bern, the official distributor of Grand Seiko in Switzerland. Okay. We have a Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi, and just the crown jewel of this show, and what I wanted to see under the microscope myself, is the A.Lange Söhne Datograph Lumen with a movement of 454 components. So I can't wait to show this one.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Made in Germany, yeah? So we have a Swiss brand, a Japanese brand, and a German brand. So let's see who does best. Before we jump into the watches, let's show something else under the microscope. What do you want to show us?
Yeah, you got some nice hair. Why don't we take one of those?
Yeah. Let's go, let's do this.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Don't scream like a baby. Oh!
Half of my hair is gone. I got a bald spot, huh? For sure now.
Okay,
Thank you.
Sorry, we need to cover it. Okay,
so
let's
show
try.
us my disgusting hair now.
Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so this.
Oh my God.
Let me do a focus here.
Oh, that's.
This is the hair root, okay?
My God. Is it good or bad? I don't know. I can't.
Look, if you go through here.
Oh my God. So there's hair within the hair.
Yes,
huh?
You can say that. This part now you see here. This is the part that you see. And if you go up back here, all this is in your head. Let me make it sharp for you. Look. And now we got a sharp image. You see it? All this was in your head.
That's freakishly weird, huh? No, disgusting, definitely. Let's jump into the watches. So the first watch we're gonna start with is gonna be the Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi, a very popular watch which many people wait on the waiting lists, and I think they're gonna be waiting for a long time. Swiss brand, so let's check it out.
Okay.
Let's zoom in on the Lumen now and see how it looks from up close.
Let's see what we can find here.
This is such an improvement to the last video. I'm so happy that you brought the big gun today.
No reflection, you have good quality image.
It's good polishing as well on this part. How close can you go with this one now?
So 20 to 200 magnification.
There's no lagging, nothing.
Very fast, all in focus. We have some other lenses, but maybe for a different
time. Huh? Can we go to the other hand maybe? If you zoom out, you'll see which one. This is the Mercedes hand from Rolex, which is very known for as well.
Is it called like that officially?
Yeah, because I mean, it's a nickname.
Nickname.
Let's just see if everything is perfect. I mean, again, for a magnification this close, it looks quite okay, huh? We are now, wow, you can see the particles of the Lumen. So let's zoom in now on the beginning of the GMT hand. Let's see how well the paint is applied on it. Wow, disgusting. I mean, listen, Rolex making close to 1 million watches a year. I don't know the exact numbers of the GMT models, but being that this is made by the machine and the naked eye doesn't see it, it's okay. Up close like this now, it's disgusting.
Let's say we measure how much this distance is. There we go. And you can see this is 35 micron. So this is ridiculously small. You cannot see this by eye.
Because now we are, as on the screen says, 200 times magnification, which is just insane. We have a loop here with which we sometimes examine watches, so I can just throw this away. I need one of those things. So many people would complain, oh, this is a fake Rolex, or this is not, quality enough. But again, machine made, I think it's okay. You know what I want to see, Pierre, from up close? The Cyclops. The date window at 3 o'clock. Let's check that out.
Cyclops. Let's go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cheers,
yeah. So this one, let me
Yes.
show you something funny. We can do this.
Oh. Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wait, that's not in the glass?
The Cyclops is actually applied on the glass.
So it's like glued on top?
Exactly. So it magnifies the date window below, so you can see it bigger. Huh? So now we have magnification inception. We are magnifying a magnifying glass. And you can see how the dust and the dirt gathers around the Cyclops here.
Yeah.
Can we zoom in on that?
Sure, but now the shallow depth of field, everyone who does photography or video knows this. We just quickly activate the program.
Ooh, so now we basically did image stacking.
Yeah.
Like in photography, you take multiple shots, put them together, and this is that.
Exactly.
It's amazing what you can see up close. Huh? This is like a small city here. Looks like grass or I don't know what it is.
Some leftover skin, like last time, you remember?
True.
Could be.
Let's now zoom in on the bezel of the watch. That's the outer ring. So this bezel in normal environment looks blue and red. So this is surprising to me as well.
Yeah, it's probably because of the diffuser on the microscope here in front. And then also the surrounding that just has different light influence.
For sure. So the dial was pretty cool. Had a few surprises for us here. Let's now jump on the bracelet. So the fine adjustments. Huh? Oh, you can see the scratches already. A lot of, I assume, skin particles again?
Yeah, it looks like, but there's like little wear and tear. Let's just go on the side here first.
Wow.
Zoom in here, put the focus correct.
Oh, wow,
you see it?
wow.
Let's do the focus stacking.
This is a used watch from my friend, so for sure, not factory. Oh my God, huh? What did he do here?
Was he on the construction site with this one?
I gotta ask him, looks like it.
I don't think he can sell it like this.
It's a Rolex, so you can always sell a Rolex. Let's jump to the crown now. I'm curious to see how that looks if we maybe focus stack it as well. So these are not skin particles, but dents. A bit of everything, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to say on this magnification.
Pretty sick.
Let me do this. One click. And look at this.
So,
wow, it's
a mountainous region in Switzerland.
He's already in the mountains on vacation.
What did you do here?
So this is a 3D model. Anything that you do focus stacking, you can do also a 3D model.
Which is the same thing the microscope in our first video had the capabilities to do, huh?
The first one for sure had it, but we didn't show it. Maybe we can also just deactivate it and then you can see here. You see how it looks nice. Like?
Super cool. And so quick, huh?
Yeah, goes fast.
Do watch companies use this microscope for their activities?
Yeah, they do. Some watch companies do it, but not all.
Let's now jump to the watch many people anticipated and the top comment and the top choice. So the Grand Seiko we're going to be very careful with because it's a brand new watch. This is a Skyflake. That's the nickname the collectors gave them. It's the successor of the famous Snowflake. So Grand Seiko is known for their exquisite dials, the decoration, also the Zarazzo finishing, which we'll come to a bit later. Let's now zoom in on the Grand Seiko logo. So the GS is actually applied on the dial here, and the Grand Seiko is printed or stamped. Let's see how the edges look. Oh.
Should I zoom a bit more?
I would say yes, but I don't think the people at Grand Seiko will be happy about this. What do you think, guys? Is this fair that we zoom in so much in the watches? I mean, essentially, it's what you guys wanted, so.
Yeah, so this is all on top of the surface, I guess. It's mirror polished, right?
It's mirror polished, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's also black. So if you would turn this to a different light, it would become silvery or white, basically. Wow. So now you can see the Zarazzo and the mirror polishing, you see? Now it's white and it's gonna become black if you put the microscope 90 degree on the logo, see?
Yeah, as a microscope expert, I actually know this stuff. Yeah. That it will turn black and white, but I think it looks very nice.
Yes, and
the reflection, the silver reflection is somehow, I feel like, much nicer than on a normal metal polished.
Can we measure maybe the height of this index?
Yeah, we can try that. Do our magic trick here. We go from the dial up to the highest point.
Uh-oh. There's a few things we noticed now on the index here.
Yeah, there's some reflections. So this means the light has some angle to reflect on the metal that's not very
So this is not
perfectly
even, basically, right?
Yeah, so what we see here, you see the height information, but because with this lens, the reflection is so high, it goes just through the metal, let's say. So you cannot quantify the surface here on the top. To do it really perfectly, you would have to do a bit more magnification. But
maybe next time, guys. Comment down below if you would like a part 3 microscope video.
Next time we will not only take a hair.
No.
We'll take something else.
Let's now move down to the dial and actually check out the spring drive name on it. So see, they used a different hue of blue here just so it sticks out a bit more. But the quality looks nice, huh? Probably also because the dial is so textured. So you don't see that many imperfections on the side of it.
That's what I like about the watch. It's quite textured, it's just not flat.
Yes.
Like the Rolex.
You see the gliding of the second hand, that also indicates this is a spring drive movement. And if we go at 6 o'clock, you see where this watch comes from.
Oh, Japan. Yeah, Japan. This one is also from Japan. This
The microscope?
Yeah.
How much can we zoom in on here?
On the Japan logo.
Yeah, let's see that.
Engraving. So this is now a bit brown, right?
Exactly, yeah. What I would also like to see is the power reserve indicators. This one, exactly. It has a few different layers, and up close, wow, the texture is super cool. We have a few particles here, scratches, and again, 200 times magnification. Nobody will ever see this, except if you're watching this video. Like and subscribe and share it.
Come over to small turns big and see more.
Let's zoom on this part here. There's a bit of dirt on the side, huh? Or that's not on the dial, huh? That's on the hand.
Yeah.
And just
could be some reflection from maybe the glass on top, but
we cleaned the glass pretty well, so I think this is on the hand.
And it's a new watch, you said?
Yes, it's a new watch. It's a brand new watch. Considering that the polishing of the hands is also made by hand, I think it's just incredible.
Yeah, it's super sharp lines. And
yes.
But
amazing.
what stands out? The background?
Yes.
It's really textured like a mountain.
It's a gorgeous watch. And the blue second hand, which is moving on top of it, is actually heat blued. The color is achieved through heating it. It's a steel hand, and once you heat the steel hand, it becomes blue.
Whoa, okay.
Again, this watch costs less than the Rolex, and the amount of hand finishing on the Grand Seiko, you can't compare to the Rolex. So many people nowadays choose it over the Rolex watch. Let's now also check out the movement side of the watch. The spring drive mechanism has a gliding wheel, which doesn't oscillate back and forward, but it actually goes just in one direction. You see how fast it is? It's incredible.
Yeah. So it's doing 50 frames per second. So
I think nobody saw the gliding wheel up this close. Comment down below if you did. Super cool. Let's now check out also the decoration of the main plate.
So let's do the focus stacking here. Looks really nice.
It looks like a valley down there. And you can skate on that probably.
Okay, you never guess this is a watch. It could be anything.
So this is actually machine made, if you believe it. Grand Seiko, good job. Huh? You passed the Keyence microscope level of finishing. So the next watch I personally am super excited to see under the microscope is the A.Lange Söhne Datograph. It has a total of 454 components.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks crazy. I want to see that under the microscope.
I'm super curious to see how the German watch brand does under the microscope. Let's now look at the big date part here of the dial. It's actually something that A.Lange Söhne patented in '92. See, it's super deep. So all of these components, the frame of the date window and the indexes are actually made out of white gold and are also mirror polished. Let me also activate the chronograph, or you can do it. Just push this pusher here on the side, and then you'll see the big seconds and we're gonna start moving. Here we go.
Oh.
Again, this is the Datograph, which is date, dato, and graph, chronograph.
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Even for me. I'm quite impressed how the indexes are just lined up perfectly, all going to the center of the watch, right?
Watchmaking. That's also people pay a lot of money for these watches because they take a lot of time to make. So now you can switch the date with the pusher at 11 o'clock there on the watch. You see how the date changes?
Yeah.
And now we're gonna come to the, see?
Whoa. Okay, now I understand why it's patented.
Yes, yeah.
Like a deep ocean underwater, you see the little numbers.
It's also nice how the datograph and flyback actually reflect. You see how we have the double inscription. My God, that's close. 100 times magnification, huh? Sick. And the second hand sweeping past us.
We could use this as a commercial, man.
Now actually we see the perlage decoration underneath, huh?
Yeah.
We learned this last time.
This was in the last video, exactly, yeah. Perlage.
Well, it's nice, huh?
Probably at the polishing, they just go down a bit again. So it looks like stacked on top of each other.
It is. And of course, we saved up the best for last. So we're gonna look at the movement of the datograph. This is something I'm super excited for.
Wow, it's so bright now.
Yeah. You see, because it's called the Lumen, you can actually now see the luminous materials have charged up, and you can see it clearly. Let's check out the movement. Oh my God, guys.
Whoa. Okay.
You need a minute?
This looks crazy.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of A.Lange Söhne chronographs. Just look at this. I think we're gonna be here for a while today. So the blue screws are actually heated blue, not colored. We have also mirror polished screws here. We have anglage, so beveling on the side of the bridge. Also glassute stripes. Many components are mirror polished or black polished. Insane. The depth of this movement is incredible, huh?
Looks crazy.
You just want to dive into it and just explore it. I want to see the balance wheel if I can up close.
You show me, please.
Can I?
You will not break it, it's okay.
The master of the microscope now. Oh my God, guys, this is so smooth.
We already said we will switch professions maybe one day.
Exactly. Wow, you can see also mirror polishing here on this part, and oh my God, I could watch it, look at this movement for days. So now we go to the balance wheel, which is of course this big part. And actually, can you pull out the crown for me?
Let's see if I can do that.
Now we can examine it in detail. And if you see the balance cock, which actually holds the balance wheel, this part here, how can I zoom in with this one?
You zoom over here.
Okay.
And then we just press the magic button.
Wow. So you see there's a few different hues here of blue, because again, it's not colored. It's achieved by heating it. There's a bit of dirt in the middle of the screw, or maybe when they use the screwdriver. But I think it's okay. It passes the quality control today. And the swan neck regulator here is actually mirror polished. Do the magic button thing again.
Okay, let's do the magic button.
So these parts are hand polished, the anglage, or the beveling as we can call it. And below now we see the hand engraving. Again, I think for a watch and this magnification of 200 times, I think it's well made. What do you think, Pierre?
Yeah.
How does it look?
It's quite nice. What it's just popping out is here on the sides, it's just a bit rough still.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the reflection of the lower part? Or no?
Yeah. Could be. True.
Could be both.
That could be both.
What do you guys think? Is this the reflection of the hand engraving? Or is this just not polished? And the screw just looks awesome here.
Okay. Huh? Yeah, the screw looks awesome.
We were so close. Whoa, my God, huh? Look at
That's
this.
the screw.
That's insane how close we can come.
Okay, so now with a different lens, we can see the watch from a bit further away.
And because the movement is 8.1 millimeters high, you really see the depth of it.
Yeah, it's like a futuristic city.
This is one of my favorite movements in the world. Insane.
Cool.
So now we are super close, even with this lens. And you can see here the pallet fork with the rubies and the escapement working in tune with the balance wheel. Let's now zoom out so people can really understand how close we actually are. Here we go. And keep in mind, this is a wristwatch, so we're getting insanely close. I love how the blue screws actually shimmer in the light.
Yeah.
And the rubies really also have a different color.
Shine,
here. Really nice. Pierre, I'm curious to see, you've seen so many cool watches today. Which is your favorite one?
Yeah, I think this time I need to leave the Rolex out a little bit. The Grand Seiko and the A.Lange watch. Yeah. Those two are my favorite,
The Grand Seiko dial and the A.Lange movement. Just insane. Yeah. Again, I think Rolex can't compete with that. Of course, these are in the same price category, more or less, but the A.Lange is just in a different category, different lane. Guys, what do you think? Which was your favorite watch? What was the favorite maybe component you saw? And which ones do you want to see next time on the channel? Pierre also has a YouTube channel and Instagram account and TikTok account, which is really exciting. And he covers a lot of weird things there, not watches, hair, skin particles, sneakers. So go check that out. I'm gonna link all of his social media in the description.
Thank you, Marco, again for having me. The second time on the channel, it was really fun. This time with a bit different microscope. Yes. And hope you guys also liked it with much more resolution. I'm looking forward to having you back. Guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and share this video, and I'll see you next week.